Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTuber Ronan. And I'd like to welcome you to tonight's episode of Live from Sparkwood in 21. This series chronicles the 1990s cult classic television series Twin Peaks, created by David Lynch and Mark Frost. It's 25 years later, sequel series, The Return, and the films of David Lynch. I'd like to say hello to everyone currently following along with us on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. And I want to say hello to a few people who have joined us here in the live chat. The Tired Midnight Blogger, Curtis Selby, is going to be joining me on my program Reserved Seats this upcoming Sunday night at 11 p.m. Eastern. Channel member, Bird Woman of YouTube, Connie Cleary. Watch out for her channel, Love Chick Productions. Channel member JPRPH1. Friend of the channel, Tune the News, is here. All right. Co-hosting with me tonight as usual, the Superfans, as I refer to them. President of the Flappy Fan Club, Aged Boomer.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Good evening. Something, last call, Dark Side.
Hello,
AKA
I am
Chuck.
here also.
And his better half, Natters Network.
Good evening.
All right, so this is the season one finale, entitled The Last Evening. And for a couple of the characters, it's going to be exactly that. And this is quite an action-packed episode, and leading to, I think, one of the greatest cliffhangers in the history of television, because there are so many things left up in the air. All right, so where we left off, we have Cooper and Big Ed undercover at One-Eyed Jack's. We also have Audrey, who is also on the premises, unbeknownst to Cooper and the gang. A lot of people converging on One-Eyed Jack's because
Actually,
Audrey.
you could say that Audrey is also undercover.
Audrey's
like, literally.
literally, and she is also in for something of a surprise. And we also find that Jacques Renault is there as well.
He's not
dealing
undercover.
cards.
He is just there as himself.
He is there as himself, yes. And let's see. We also have the whole situation that's going to lead to burning down the mill. We have that plot, which is going to take a couple of other turns before we go. And let's see. We also have the situation where Donna, James, and Maddie are luring Dr. Jacoby to the park, because he has the other half of the locket, and they suspect that he's involved with Laura's death. So that did I miss anything? That's the three main plot lines we're going to be dealing with tonight. But as usual, it being Twin Peaks, there's usually a lot of other little subplots going on along the way, and we're going to get some callbacks and yeah, this is a pretty full episode.
Lots gonna happen.
Yes. Okay. And hello to Andrea Black. Justice for Flappy and for Waldo as well, who unfortunately we lost in the previous episodes.
You do realize that it was Flappy's creative suggestion to kill Waldo off as soon as he showed up. He was whispering in Mark Frost's ear, about that. Do you think maybe it was a rivalry thing going on between the two birds?
Oh, God. Dude, that's Flappy we're talking about. He hogs the spotlight. What can I say?
I don't mean to be speciesist, but I mean we are talking birds here, so
Yes.
should not be surprised.
And hello to my co-host on the Mystery Movie Night podcast, Enigma Severus. All right. So, unless anybody has anything else they'd like to add, I say let's not keep the people in suspense any longer. Let's get things started.
Okay.
All right. I do want to remind everyone that the Cosme link will be pinned either to the top or the bottom of the chat, depending on who and where you are.
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin
Seek it
because YouTube doing its thing. So, all right.
Yeah.
All right. I do see Santiago Chavez in the Cosme chat. Always good to see you, sir. All right. Twin Peaks, the last evening, the season 1 finale. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit it.
I shot him, Bobby, but just barely. Just enough to piss him off.
Oh.
Oh, how did I forget that?
You didn't forget it. You just didn't want everyone to know that it was foremost on your mind.
Yeah, James is going to jail, man, with that white liquor you just stuck in there. He's a little obsessed.
Just a little.
Just a scotch.
One time on set, I hate to admit it, but the Flappy took a bite out of every jelly donut because he was looking for a strawberry one, and they only had raspberry.
Oh, so he was the one who did it. Okay, got it.
So, I had speculated last week about what Waldo is saying and who is speaking. And if it sheds any light, and I think it should to a certain degree, Waldo's voice was recorded by Cheryl Lee. That audio recording is Cheryl Lee's voice, as I suspected. But why would Waldo be mimicking Laura saying Laura like she was talking to herself? That's the one thing that doesn't make sense. It sounds more like a line that should be coming from Ronette.
Hello to Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Good to see you, sir. And also Geek Flag with Nate Knows, whose message was withheld. But I do see it.
Weird.
Yeah. I know why, but okay. I'm going to read it anyway. I don't care. Flappy actually switched the blanks into rifle with a real bullet because Flappy was sleeping with Waldo's wife.
Oh, wow.
That is slanderous, sir.
It doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Take that back.
I want to know why. What the heck is wrong with that? Never mind. I know what's wrong with it. Screw YouTube.
So, this is kind of a fake out here, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Very
but
smart.
It definitely says something about Jacoby.
You think they'll let her keep the hat? Why? I don't.
Who's
No,
Mimsy?
I kind of get it. I
feel
don't know, some girl he liked.
I feel there's a story there that we'll never know.
I know.
I'm half expecting on one of those totem heads there to be eyeballs peeking out and like looking at her, and then she looks around and they disappear. You know, it's.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, that she was probably expecting a secret passage to open up or something, right?
You turned it on with the top button. You would think to turn it off, you'd hit the bottom button.
Right.
There's a tape.
And the missing tape. I just shot you with cocaine. Because we have a great show every Tuesday at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Oh my God, it's Laura with a bad wig.
Ooh.
Man, Dune.
Who's that?
Unless I'm mistaken, that was Leland.
I don't know. The way it looked, it could have been Leo. It could have been.
Don't remember. And if I remember, that is the last time you see. Is that the last time you see Jacoby in this episode? We're about to
it
find.
might be mentioned that he's in the hospital because he starts out next season in the hospital.
Big Ed looks almost too much like a gambler. Like it's too spot on, right?
I don't think they ever firmly confirm that it was Leland, but Jacoby mentioned smelling burnt engine oil, so it makes sense that it's Bob. Very smart. She was asking if he would like to play Monopoly. I actually think it was more like patty cake.
Is the color white on purpose?
I mean, it's window dressing.
Yeah, there's a werewolf later.
Yeah.
Stinky, Bony Bob, Cliff,
Mr.
Mo
Pink,
with the gimpy leg.
Mr. Blue.
Does Blackie swing both ways?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
She does.
yeah.
She is confirmed as being one of Laura's so-called conquests in her secret diary.
Ah, I'm the bank.
I'm the bank, yeah.
Like a bribe.
Yeah, chug down that iced tea.
Fuck off. Do you think Cooper's just considering just saying fuck it and shooting him right here?
Yes.
The thought, I'm sure, has crossed his mind.
That was a concealing little smile there. He really does not like this man. But Cooper is by the book. Oh, by the way, Troy, now I think we have your answer.
Yes.
Because he would say Laura, Laura all the time, and that was something he regularly said. And then
I'm just saying
that's what he heard that night. But the Laura thing
I have to assume they are taking some serious license with how Mina Birds work, because again, the voice it uses would be the exact voice that it heard. It doesn't take someone's name, understand it's their name, and put it in their voice. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe Laura introduced herself, and then she's, I'm Laura, and he said Laura, and then started repeating in her voice over and over again. You know,
that's actually a great theory.
That he was so infatuated with her that he had to remember her name and say it in her voice that she introduced with. That's my theory.
Flamage. Yeah.
You know, Leo. I love Leo. He's one note.
Everyone check the private chat.
Oh, by the way, there's going to be a lot of fishing references.
Right.
Hey, Kiba. Ha.
Oh.
On this show, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Leave Prince out of this, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buckle up, Doc. It's gonna get crazy. Mm. And why was he following us of all people.
Mm.
May I have his coat after he is dead? Once you make a Stephen King movie, the bomb is armed. Oh,
Right.
wait. Meanwhile,
This is some grim stuff.
yeah. Blah, Mark Monikov, resident Klingon. Good to see you, sir.
Okay, where did
Ooh.
she get those pills?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what they are. They could be something prescribed by Jacoby.
Probably something she hasn't been taking either, right? She's probably been skipping.
Possibly.
I've been locked inside your heart-shaped box. Sorry.
What if you die tomorrow?
I can kill you right now.
This was no boating accident.
Yeah. I have no doubt that the framing on this was intentional.
Oh, the horns behind his head, yeah.
Like devil horns. He's being greedy.
Yeah, I mean, she needs to say that a little bit more strongly. You should have thought about that before you came to this agreement.
Common nerds, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
At this point, I would have been like, "You want me to marry you? You?"
Oof.
Becoming blood brothers.
Something like that.
Okay, that doesn't look like blood. It looks like hot sauce.
Yeah, it kind of does. I have no doubt that it's red Cairo syrup. Hey there, Big Al. Good to see you.
I mean, Pete is very sweet.
Oh,
See, there was your problem.
yeah.
Well, they were like the richest two families in town, right?
Right,
That was the
right.
idea.
Yeah. They were
Kind of makes
kind of
sense.
rival families
Mhm.
that kind of brought the logging industry together in one family by getting married.
I knew she was going to say that.
He's so easily played.
Jeez. Yeah.
Look at that. She smiled.
She was impressed.
I love that because they were totally building him up. It was all a sting.
Well, he did save Harry's life.
But they staged the way it was,
Yeah.
Specifically.
For that moment, Andy became Batman.
Or James Bond or whatever.
Yeah.
Does that make her King Basinger? Or Vicky Vale, I should say?
Yeah. And actually, she was a Bond girl too, sort of.
Yeah. Jimmy Lynn Simons, hello.
Look at his face. He just.
If you weren't ready to be a daddy, you shouldn't have.
Exactly.
Unholstered your weapon.
You have to imagine Big Head has a whole secret wardrobe with just the cow ties and things like that, right? Yep. Smart. He disguised his voice too. Public telephone, wearing gloves, right?
Mm.
I don't know.
It was good exercise. I'm thinking of doing it every day.
You could use the exercise.
He's too stupid to lie. You notice it's the same cover as the one that we have. The log roller. I wonder if she knew who she was talking to.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
By the way, if you have a revolver, don't ever do that with it. Learn how to take care of your piece.
Say no to Ghostwood in the background. That's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Because everybody wouldn't be on the same page, would they?
Right.
Yeah.
Let's face it, the only people that would be for it would be those that stood to make a profit. Everyone else would see it as a negative.
I'm thinking, you threatening me?
Do we believe him?
Of course not.
Oh no.
The phone just happens to be there on the floor.
You know, for as much of an obstacle she is to his happiness, he doesn't hesitate to call 911. Right?
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
he could have just,
he could have just
hey,
walked
now
out.
she'd be out of my
and-
life. But
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me, Nate. That is ridiculous.
Oh, come on. Hang on.
That's really sharp of her. Again, she demonstrates she's got awareness that others might lack. You know full well it's not, because you're the man.
Yeah, but that's, to me, always the question. How much does he know and when does he know it?
Right. Well, and if he is currently Bob, which I think he is, it's all an act. Like I said, Bob knows, and he's purposely acting like he doesn't.
It was all Donna's idea.
It kind of was.
Yeah. We can't name the series after you. Sorry. Meanwhile,
Look who's waiting.
Mm-hmm. Actually, he's actually telling the truth. He really
Yeah.
should be listening.
Didn't miss
That's the
that time.
second time in 24 hours he's been shot.
Because he's a butthole.
Yeah.
And people want him
And
dead.
he's still not dead. Later, Leo.
And Montana's down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to say it's Michelle Pfeiffer.
Meanwhile,
No kidding.
we'll take it out. Like, oh, crap.
What are you thinking? Can you get me down?
Thank-
Yeah,
Faster!
maybe think somewhere else.
And there just happens to be a hatchet there?
Well, it is a lumber mill. That kind of actually makes sense when you think about it.
Jacques.
So at this point, is it Bob or Leland? Because it seems more likely that it's Leland. Leland, when he answers questions, well, again, we don't know if he's answering questions as Leo or Bob.
The other thing is, like, you're going to tell me that him grabbing the wrist and starting to put the tape on didn't wake him up?
Probably not. If you're a heavy sleeper.
Leland, I think. Bob would have had a different look.
I don't know. I think that change in temperament there was Leland to Bob.
Maybe.
He's having an emotional reaction. Bob is like, we got to get out of here.
Especially wearing plastic glasses.
Yeah.
Okay, aim at the base of the fire.
He knows.
Thank you, little hunchback lady that we never see again.
Right.
Take him 6 months to walk down that hallway.
Awkward.
Yeah, no.
Or have I checked or passed out?
He always knows how to look on the bright side.
Yeah.
Who else calls you that?
That's an ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great way to end the season. Yeah, and you got to remember that when we first saw that, first we didn't know if it was coming back. Actually, I don't think they knew it was coming back for the following season. And I think most people realize this, but I think many of us have kind of forgotten. You'd be waiting about 6 to 9 months for another episode.
Yeah.
You know, with the long hiatus. So luckily season 1 was a short season, and they did replay it in its entirety in the off season, which gave me the opportunity to get caught up because I didn't catch it the first time through. Now, we know who, well, let's face it, we know
We do know.
who did everything, right? We know that Leland/Bob was the one that clobbered Jacoby, that murdered Jacques Renault. We know that Hank shot Leo. And do you remember who shot Cooper? That's the hard one that people tend to forget.
I do.
Yeah.
I guess I can say because this is a repeat. I mean,
Oh, yeah, it is. It absolutely is.
it was Josie.
Yes, it was Josie. Now, do you remember why?
No, actually, I don't.
Yeah. So you got to start by going back to the last scene you saw her in, which was talking with Hank. Hank is blackmailing her. And so she's basically a puppet on his strings. And Hank is, if I'm remembering this correctly, Hank is aware that the FBI agent is on to just about everything going on in town. So he's a danger, and he's the cleanup guy. He's on cleanup duty. So he sends Josie to take care of Cooper, and he goes to take care of Leo, who, although did exactly what he was hired to do, is a liability.
And now they're each other's alibi. Well, I couldn't have shot Cooper because I was killing Leo.
Well, yeah, that's maybe not the best alibi. I'm not guilty of this murder because I was guilty of another murder. Jeez. Or attempted murder, because as we know, Leo doesn't die.
Oh, shoot.
Right.
New shoes. Yes.
He ends up with brain damage, which functionally doesn't make a huge difference.
You don't think he's smart, do you?
No, I really don't. He is an asshole, and he is capable of doing things, but he's not capable of thinking, apparently. He is his own worst enemy, and he is the reason that, you know, someone like Ben Horn and Hank Jennings would say, you know what, he's got to go.
Which is why he said he's, you need to take care of him.
Yes, Mark, that is absolutely true. You do have to pay attention with all the little subplots. Yeah.
A lot going on.
And Audra's got to find a way out of her little predicament.
I mean,
It's like, Daddy, ew.
yeah, there's really only a couple of ways that can go, and none of them is really great.
Yeah. He seemed very eager to.
Well, I'm sure he was. I mean, you don't start a brothel unless you're, inclined towards patronizing. I don't know, but this was back when this first aired. This was the height of excitement, because you're left at the end of this, and again, this kind of goes back to the whole semblance of what I feel like David Lynch was trying to get at. We have not gotten an answer to who killed Laura Palmer, and we have so many more questions. His goal was to continue to pile up questions and let you come up with the answers. He never intended to give away the answers.
Until studio exec said, you got to do an ending for us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, it's not much of a mystery if, you got to solve it within the first 5 minutes.
Right.
So we learned that Hank Jennings is bad news.
Well, we've kind of known that. I mean, let's face it. We've seen his dealings with Ben and with Leo, and so we basically know. All your dilithium is mine. Exactly.
Oh, that's a joke, because dilithium mines.
Yes.
That makes sense. Okay.
All your dilithium is mine. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. So next week we start the much longer season 2. The one that honestly, like so many things in fandom, we may not have been received by the fans in the most positive light on its initial airing, but over time, has been justified, I think.
Yeah. And as we'll get into, a lot of what we see in season 2 that might seem like it doesn't fit into the main storyline gets justified. And Of course, we will go deeper into that as we go back through season 2.
Yep.
Nate says, I honestly don't think Dr. Jacoby had a physical relationship with Laura. I think he just listened to her tapes. So Australian would say shook hands with his closest neighbor. Yeah, no. I don't think there was anything physical either. I don't think there's ever been any proof that there was. Unless I'm missing something. But yeah,
Well,
either way, it's still creepy.
Inappropriate.
Yeah, and inappropriate.
Yeah. It's an incredibly inappropriate relationship. Laura was very much aware of the influence she had on him and how to use that. There are some strong implications that there was something, but to what degree, it kind of doesn't matter. It was inappropriate enough to have been that bad, compared to the relationship that she had with other people, whatever. But yeah, Laura was a very troubled individual. There's no doubt about that.
But other than that, she was fine.
Oh yeah.
No totes.
As Curtis Selby would say, I think I can fix her.
What did you think of the tape she recorded when she said, I love James, but he's so dumb?
Yeah, it's funny that that's in the same episode as Catherine trying to get Pete to help her, and then showing that exasperated look when he kind of gets all sappy. Yeah. It's like I think that's how Laura felt about James and Bobby to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Bobby was a moron.
Well, they both were. But then again, they were both dumb kids. And Laura kind of grew up too much too fast. And she was aware of, that's the situation when you're among these kids and you are aware how immature and how naive they are. You absolutely can use that to your advantage. And Laura did. She absolutely did. She got what she wanted out of both of them. And what's ironic with Bobby is he's still like getting your shirt caught in the door jamb, when you're trying to walk through it. It's like he's still stuck. He's still stuck in that. Even though Laura is gone and it's time to move on, he's still trying to get revenge on the other guy without going, why? It's pointless now. Not only that, but Laura didn't really love Bobby. She didn't really love James, but he still can't quite see that. Everyone seems to have guns in this series. Yeah, that's kind of true.
By the way, he called my reference when he said Easy Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was from the movie Easy Rider.
Bobby was exciting, and her drug. That's the biggest part. He was the drug dealer, or supplier. He wasn't really so much the dealer. He was more of a mule. And part of her felt like she didn't deserve a guy like James. Yes, I think that's absolutely true. I think in a way she was trying to protect him. You see that very clearly at Sparkwood in 21 when she jumps off of his bike in Fire Walk with Me. I think that's very, very clear. But there you go. So next week we find out who actually lived and who actually died. I mean, talk about good cliffhangers, right? I mean, you got a bunch of people that look like they're going to be dead, and only one of them does. Only one of them dies. Now that I think about it, there are 6 lives in the balance here, and only one of them ends up dead.
Okay.
See, now, I think Shelley missed something. When Catherine asked her, who are you? She should have said, I'm Shelley Johnson. My husband, Leo, tied me up here.
Yes, I thought that too.
Why she didn't reveal that, I don't know. It seemed like key information.
No, Leo is bleeding out, and he is going to suffer brain damage as a result, but he does not die.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's not one of our favorite people, is he?
No, not really.
But that's what I like about David Lynch stuff, and to a lesser extent Coen Brothers. I mean, to another extent, I should say Coen Brothers movies. You just have these characters, and they don't have redeeming qualities.
True.
They're just bad people. It's like they don't try to sugarcoat it or make it nuanced. No, they're just bad people.
Right. No, you're absolutely right.
I mean, I think of a lot of Coen Brothers movies have characters like that. But Coen Brothers always have the smart criminals, which I guess would be Hank Jennings. He's smarter.
Yes, he
than
is.
Leo, and then you have Leo, who's a dummy. Do you understand? So,
yeah.
I think Leo's problem is that he thinks he's big time, but he's really small time, and he's not smart enough to see the bigger picture the way the rest of them do. That's his thing.
See, this is what's kind of funny, because I do feel like in some ways Jacques Renault was smarter than he was. He was just that first interaction with Cooper. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. And only because Cooper was so clever did he, and in that way that cops do, using what they do know to make it seem like they know more.
Yeah.
But the big problem that they both had was the sampling the supply, so to speak. That's always the problem for a lot of these drug dealers, is they use their own product.
They get greedy too.
Well, greed, for lack of a better word, is good, right? And Hank is operating on that. Yeah. He's operating on the greed, but he's doing it smart. He's not filling his head full of dope so that he screws up and then makes bad decisions because he's more interested in getting another hit than he is, making his money, which is the danger that both Leo and Jacques run into,
Oh, you can't say that anyone that does drugs is smart.
Well, no, that's true.
And then you got Nadine, who tried to unalive herself because of the rejections from the drapery companies, not feeling she's good enough?
Yeah. See, I think that the drapery runners are just a front for something far deeper with her. I think she is keenly aware of her status with Big Ed, that even though she's the wife, she has always felt like the other woman. And to a certain extent, she kind of is. There really is. There should have never been an Ed and Nadine, right? He really, all things being equal, he should have ended up with Norma. And everybody knows that, including Nadine. Nadine got lucky. Basically, she got lucky losing an eye, and being able to capitalize on all the guilt that Ed feels. And she is kind of not even very low key been manipulating him. And I think the guilt that she feels about that and the low self-esteem she feels, if you've got to manipulate somebody in order to keep them, how much self-esteem are you going to have, right? And so I think the guilt weighs on her so much that she's like, okay, I'm going to step out of the picture for everybody's sake. And we'll come back to this later on in the season because, I think everybody knows she doesn't die, but she comes back wrong with apparently severe amnesia. She thinks she's back in high school again. And again, I think that's another coping mechanism because of all the guilt and wanting to go back to that time to correct wrongs, in her past. So yeah.
We keep thinking cliffhangers. We didn't know if Pete was going to survive.
That is true. That is true. And talk about a hero, right? He goes in.
She's still my wife.
And I think it's more than that. I think it's more than obligation. He's not charging in the way Ed would, right? I think Ed would have done the same thing for Nadine, right? But I feel he would have done it out of obligation. I think Pete really does love Catherine.
Well, he does.
Yeah.
And basically what he was saying, even though it is not said, is I know she could be a trial, but she's still my wife.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to, do what I can to save her.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. So there you go.
Yep. All right. So, Troy, what do we have coming up next?
Well, immediately after this, from the return of Sherlock Holmes, the Granada series, Wisteria Lodge. Aboard, Holmes eagerly accepts a case involving the. Oh no, I'm sorry. Is this week's or last week's? I'm sorry, I may have brought over the wrong one.
Yeah, Wisteria Lodge is tonight's episode.
It is tonight's episode. Okay.
Yeah, I remember hearing that in your promos. Aboard Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Good. So, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just juggling so many things at once over here. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Sherlock Holmes. Immediately after this, if you are on my channel, Netter's channel, or Deleted's, you should be forwarded. And that also tells me you guys need to help out Aged Boomer. Make sure you're subscribed to his channel because he needs to reach that special number, so that one day he'll be able to forward streams as well.
There we go.
Oh yeah, and then of course Liquid Lunch all week, and Last Call on Friday, and you guys know the drill.
All right. Boomer.
Nothing. Just tune in this Sunday for Geeky Geezers. A lot of Disney layoffs. We're going to be talking about that, and some stuff coming out because of those layoffs, actually. So we'll discuss that on Sunday, and then catch me on Last Call on Friday.
Netter.
Let's see. Well, right after this, I'll be joining Troy for the wonderful rewatch of Sherlock Holmes. Then on Thursday, my special guest will be Gorilla's Random Thoughts, and we'll also be debuting a special song.
Yep.
Yes, we will. Of course, then I'm guest hosting everywhere. Last Call. This should be Big Al's week for the movie night. So, over there, I'll be guest hosting on Big Al's channel on Saturday. Geeky Geezers, where I am the one and only Gazette. I will be there on Sunday. And I think that catches me up.
Cool.
Clever, Nate. Got through this time. Right on. All right. As for myself, let's see. Tomorrow will be Wednesday, so my next appearance will be Thursday afternoon at 5:30 p.m. I'll be joining Outlaw Bill for a new program that we are calling Comedy Greats. And our first movie in that series is going to be The Replacements from the year 2000, starring Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman. Later on that night, right after Thursday Things, will be my program Coming Attractions, where you get to find out what I'll be up to in the next week, up to and including my appearance along with Troy and Netter on Al's channel for Films with Friends, as we watch The Way, Way Out with Jerry Lewis from 1966. As of right now, we don't have Western Cinema planned for this week, but that could change. I need to touch base with Bill and see if we're still going on. If we do, that will be at 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central. Later on that night will be my program Unscripted at 8 p.m. Eastern. No topic yet, but I've got a couple of things in mind, so we'll see. But later that night at 11 p.m. will be the return of Reserved Seats. And I will be joined by the tired midnight blogger himself, Curtis Shelby. Of course, Monday night I'll be joining Troy and Nutter for Mystery Movie Night and the Members Night. Well, I mean, it's not
for
a
you.
mystery
It's mystery night. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that will be before. The Last Call Members Night at the movies. I should be there for the whole film this time, or at least most of it, and where it'll be a film where we're going to see a familiar face who is also in this program. So, yeah. Let's see. So, of course, Tuesday night will be the Mystery Movie Night podcast. And then right after that will be the next episode of Live from Sparkwood in 21. Oh, we will find out who lives and who dies as we watch the first episode of season 2.
And we'll finally find out who shot JR. Oh, wait, wrong program.
Who will run the governor's race? The governor or Benson? We never found out. Oh, dang. Damn it.
There you go.
Benson.
Yeah, Benson.
Yeah,
Good show.
program.
Good show.
Cool.
All right. Any last words before we wrap it up and send everybody on over to Baker Street?
Nope.
You guys are awesome, and we super appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great week, everybody.
All right. I do want to once again thank Nate on behalf of everyone for the $2 super chat. It did get through this time, so right on.
Yeah.
I do want to thank everybody who joined us here in the live chat and on Cosme, and anyone who might be watching on the delay. Just remember, you will need your own copy, and or the show is currently available, to my knowledge, on Paramount Plus. So that will be a way to see it there as well. So, from HQ, the corner of Sparkwood and 21, in all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care, stay strong, be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.